Hi, welcome back. And this part of the video series is going to be about something called Siga-Siga. Translated in English, that's slow, slow. That's what the Greek system is about. Enjoy life, don't run around with your head cut off, and enjoy the moment, because once it leaves, it'll never come back. And then you're going to be stressing out years down the line why you didn't enjoy life. Going through all my personal experiences through family, relatives, and that, I can shed a lot of stories and a lot of things that I learned through the wise ones, the older people that I had the opportunity to be a part of their group, and also being mentored by a lot of them. They could have been family, relatives, or even best friends, parents. But I still respect all the information and everything that I grew up with, which today, sadly, a lot of it has disappeared. The curiosity, not gossip, I'm talking curiosity, there's a big difference, has left. It has gone by the wayside. It's something that we look to criticize somebody, to lower them so we can accelerate ourselves. And based on the Siga-Siga lifestyle, I'm thinking, what happened to all those values? I grew up in a family where every weekend it was a big function at one of the relatives' homes or friends. Everybody came, not with xeracheria, with nothing to show. Everybody came and they brought whatever they could. Some, the women, made salads. Some, the men, cooked at home and brought, and then all you had to do was just reheat. Others, they filled their bathtubs full of liquor, full of ice inside, and the host of the party would say, when you finish all this, then you can all go home. Today, oh wow, what that would cost to do, but they did it. And now we're looking at the costs back then. They weren't much different. So it's not that, oh, it costs so much today and it didn't cost then, or, oh, I have problems today. Oh, they didn't have problems back then. Only you have problems. And I look at it and I say, hey, what happened here? I loved the yesteryear. I loved getting together and seeing relatives, friends, having a whale time. And I'd see my parents. They didn't have big ghetto blasters with 16 speakers and boom bass on them. They were actually enjoying themselves through a little 45 player that had that only played the small records in a little suitcase, mono, not stereo. And basically they'd get up and the men would do their special dances, and then you would see my aunts get up all dolled up, both sides, both parents were all set for a stage, and they'd enjoy themselves. They'd leave all their differences outside the door, and then when they went home, they took it home with them and packaged it at their house. But inside that party, you were thinking, wow, get a load of this. And it was real. I knew my relatives, I knew my cousins, and closely. It was every week, and it wasn't, you're not coming. That wasn't up for negotiation. You're attending, period. And growing up, in this environment and seeing today how it's changed. Like here, I walk in Greece. This is in Greece now, and I say hello, kalimera sas, to people, and they look the other way. It's going to take a lot of effort for you to just say hi, have a great day. Or I have friends. I call on them and I say, hey, I know that you're going through some medical. The little flies are hitting around, are going through some medical issues, and I'm just following up with you just as a compassion and as hmm, puh, as a compassion and as a kind of gesture. And they're looking at me and they're going, yeah, what? You think you can fix my issues? Oh, only you have issues, and I told you I'm going to phone you. Well, all I'm doing is phoning as a compassionate friend that really cares about you. And you look at him, well, buddy, don't worry, I won't phone you. And then when you're going to phone me, well, I got some news for you. I'm not going to be there because I'm getting tired of it. I'm getting tired of the hypocrisy of people today. And we've lost the Siga-Siga. We've lost that. And it's always an issue about something. Well, no, back then my parents didn't have issues and they didn't have problems. It's only you that has that now. And they never went through a First and Second World War. My late grandmother would say, my dear boy, I hope you never go through something as a world war because your generation will die on the street, starving. You're not able and you're not strong enough to hold on to the things that you have to do in life to surpass. What are you going to do, when your kid cries or whatever? And that's very true. Hi, continuing on. Today, we've lost even the values. Like, let's say if my bike broke down back then, my father was more than capable to fix it, but he was busy taking care of a lot of things in life that I didn't have to worry about. My mother, they were both going out to give me the lifestyle that I grew up with, and my grandmother was there making sure that the house was kept in order. And I look at it, I'd call my friends, I'd say, hey, Clifford, Izzy, Chris, John, I have a flat tire. What do you think? So they'd come over, they'd bring their little tools and all that. And the ones that were not handy otherwise, they'd go and they'd buy the tire for me at Canadian Tire and we'd replace it. And we learned to fix things on our own. And gone are those talents today. You don't have that. Most people have no idea, no clue how something works. And having all that and saying this, it's like I look at it, well, the Siga-Siga, like we've left life behind, the core values of being able to mend things, being able to fix, being able to have the knowledge to help somebody else. It's all become me, me, me. Look at me. Look what I drive. Look at the food I eat. It's like back then we didn't need any food. We didn't have to take pictures of it and send it to our friends. Believe me, we ate well. And it showed it for all of us. And it's become a point that I've kind of lost that. And I just rebelled. I rebelled after, sadly, my wife went through a rear-end collision and ended off suffering post-traumatic and other situations in her life. I seen that the doctors and the psychologists that were taking care of her to help her through the trauma, the psychologist, yeah, take this pill. Well, if your psychology was so good, like when I read Jung and Machiavelli, I realized they were true psychologists and they were writing books 100 years ago saying what today the psychologists can't do. And they have to give you pills. Well, if I need the pill, then why am I visiting you? Or insurance companies that were, interested in, oh, we can help you out and we can do this for you. Yeah, I figure that out. You're only helping your pockets out. You're not interested in the well-being of my wife. That's out of the question. And let's not fool each other and let's not lie to each other. Then I looked at it and I thought, what happened to all this? What happened to going and going for a bike ride with your friends or playing hopscotch with the girls? Today you're a sissy if you play, oh, yeah, look at this guy, he's this, that. It was normal to play hopscotch or play with the dolls with the girls, or they'd come and join us on day excursions on our bike, which we would turn around and plan for weeks ahead with friends, and it was an event. Or if a plumber or an electrician came to our house, oh my God, it was an event for the house. My family made meals for them, sit down, and they were a part of our table. They weren't just technicians coming and fixing the electrical or the plumbing issues we had. They were a part of my family. And I looked at it like going to grocery shopping or just going out on a date with a girl dressed up to the nines, holding hands and just having a whale old time and just enjoying life. There was no such thing as cell phones and, oh, I'm important. I have to talk to this person. I have to answer this email. Why? They didn't have important things to do back then? Of course they did. But we were on our time, not somebody else's saying, oh, you should do this and have to do that. Hi, back again. This is the closing of this video feature of Siga-Siga. Like, why can't we enjoy life? Why can't we do things the way we used to yesteryear? Valuing every moment, addressing every issue, and dressing up for an occasion that today it's considered taboo. Today I'll come as I wish. I remember parents going to the grocery store and they were dressed to the nines. What? To go to the grocery store. It was an event. You knew the people, even if you were going to the bigger, back in Montreal, my parents would shop at Steinberg's, at Dominion, and these were big establishments. You still knew the people that worked there. You still knew everybody. And that's gone today. Today you talk to a clerk inside the store and you could see it from their face. They're not happy. Well, back then they had issues too, but they made an effort to be kind to others. And leaving you with this message: be kind. You never know what the other person's going through. And just a hello or just a small gesture from you can change their life unbelievably, and you're unaware of it. Please try. Be kind to others. Have a great day, and Opa!